Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 8th, I believe, of October. Presumably, we're going to get that hurricane coming through Wednesday night, early morning Thursday. So, you really don't have to bring in all the stuff on your porch until the last minute if it's things like houseplants. You don't want them blowing away or getting damaged. Hopefully you guys know better than to wait till the last minute here in Florida for your supplies. I've seen a lot of bad behavior in the grocery stores and what have you in the last couple of days because people get caught with their pants down. They don't make preparations in advance. At the beginning of hurricane season, if you're new to Florida, it is highly advisable that you get something like 20 to 50 gallons of drinking water and have it somewhere in your house. I know this takes up space and that can be irritating. If you're going to board up your windows or use storm shutters, you should have them ready and installed probably in the springtime, so that when the hurricane season comes through, the installation of the storm shutter type ones, they're really easy to put on your house. You basically just slide them over the bolts and then just screw down the wing nuts and you're good to go. You want to have that work done when it's off season, in between hurricane seasons, because that's when it's going to be cheapest, and you're not going to run the risk of being scheduled too late to have those installed, because once hurricane season starts, contractors are in a mad dash to complete work orders for that type of fortification for your home if you feel that is necessary. Another thing to consider if you're new to Florida, if you're renovating your house, spend the extra money on hurricane rated windows. These double pane windows that are impact resistant and can withstand direct impact from flying debris could mean that you don't need to use storm shutters. And they'll save you a lot of money with your air conditioning costs too, because usually they're pretty well insulated. If you plan on plywooding over your windows, again, buy your plywood during the time directly in between hurricane seasons. Now, it's a bit late for you to go running out and expect to buy plenty of water and plywood in some locations. People are very much panicking. There's a lot of fear and hostility right now. You're going to need to be patient. Please do not start altercations at gas pumps or over water. This is Florida. If you're not familiar with the state, most people around you are armed with firearms. You should be too. Now, I encourage everybody to get properly trained, both in responsible use and with the awareness of when it is appropriate to employ lethal force, so that you can be responsible with that very, very, very unique privilege to America that you have the right to be armed. But I don't consider it a right to be armed. I consider it an obligation, a responsibility, and it comes with duties. Please make sure that you're spending adequate time at the gun range, as you can afford to get more familiar with your firearm so that you can safely handle it and eliminate the possible risk of mishandling, an inappropriate user gaining access to your weapons, and of course to prevent negligent discharges. If anyone starts any arguments with you at this time, walk away. Do not escalate an altercation. There have already been a couple of cases of things getting ugly. It's not too bad yet, but it can always get worse as the storm draws nearer. This one probably will hit us. It's definitely going to fuck Tampa up, and we should all pray for them because nobody deserves that. North Carolina didn't deserve what they got. Nobody deserves that. Let's be supportive of our neighbors, and if you have anything that you think you can do to help out the people that live near you or around you, offer your services to do so. After the storm, bear in mind, you're probably going to want to make friends with some of your neighbors and put together a neighborhood watch to reduce looting while damage is repaired and messes are cleaned up. A lot of bad people will take this opportunity after a storm to exploit people's guard being down and their life being in shambles to steal possessions. It's a terrible element of human nature, but it's something we can prevent. Bearing all this in mind, I will see you guys on the other side of the storm. I hope in addition to the vital supplies of non-perishable food and water, and a means to cook food, you should probably have a charcoal grill or something, and charcoal at the very least. I also hope that you have plenty of booze and some pretzels or something, because there's nothing better than drinking your way through a storm, and hurricane parties are a Florida tradition, and they're quite fun. Please be safe. I hope the best for you and your family, and rest assured, that here in Florida, we do take care of our own, and whatever infrastructure gets damaged will be repaired as quickly as humanly possible, and we're all going to help each other rebuild whatever is lost. We have each other's back like we always have. This is not an apocalypse. We've been through this many times. It's going to be okay. Remain calm. Be the badass that I know you can be. Be responsible. Be safe. And please look after each other.